Of course, the Mahindra Thar Roxx is out and a lot of people have been just eyeballing it, stopping us along the way, getting together in groups and whatnot. We've been driving it now for about 2 weeks, but a lot of comments that have come in are about one question and one question only, and that is, what happens to the three-door Thar now that the Roxx is going to be in the market? So in this video, I want to talk about what I think is going to happen to the three-door Thar, and with little insights from what I've heard from a couple of dealer friends and whatnot. But this video is going to be focused on what happens to the three-door now that the Roxx is out. Alright, so to start with, the Mahindra three-door is pretty much the Thar that sort of changed a lot for Thar owners and Mahindra out there. I remember when it was launched, waiting periods went up to well past a year for various models of the three-door. And despite a lot of people saying, you know, it's not practical, getting in the back is tough, there's no boot space, all of that, it went on to be a rock-solid model for Mahindra. And it is on that count that I feel that it still has a lot of demand. Now, through the course of my 2 weeks of taking the Roxx around, meeting friends, meeting fans, meeting family, a lot of them have actually come back and said that, you know what, our usage where we live on estates, they have their own farms, they have a lot of this off-road work that they also are contributing to. The three-door is just something for them that makes a lot more sense. So they are actually the ones that raised this question, will the three-door continue to be in production? And my best guess is that it will, because I feel that demand for the three-door will continue. We're going to see a lot of takers that want this body style and prefer the more rugged appeal of the three-door vis-a-vis the five-door version. The reason for that being that the three-door is very personalized. It's a very me vehicle. The five-door has gone on to become more of a lifestyle, family-oriented vehicle. Yes, it can do the off-roading, it can do all the hard stuff. But when you want to beat it around, when you want to go over those rocks, climb through estates, get scratches on your vehicle, I think the three-door is more fit for that purpose now. And that is where I see a lot of demand coming in for the three-door even now. In fact, the dealer friends have told me that while there was a slight slowdown in terms of demand at their dealerships, this is not across the country, but they did witness that a lot of people were holding on and waiting for the Thar Roxx pricing to come out. And when that came out on the 15th of August, they suddenly saw an increase in their bookings for the three-door. So there is just another bit of information for you, telling you that, you know, that demand for the three-door has not slacked. It's something that continues to be out there. And I think it's because it's a completely different vehicle from the five-door Thar. Yes, they share a name and they share a bit of design language, but underneath the skin, they're two very separate beasts and very separate vehicles that really tickle your fancy in very different ways. While that is more calm and composed, this one is more of a rogue. This is the one that you want to beat around on land like this. You know, you want to take it up a rocky incline through slush. You really want to do that with the three-door. But having said that, I mean, these are all emotions that go with the vehicle. I think from a business standpoint, what Mahindra really needs to do with the three-door now is sort of maybe scale it up a bit, you know, give it some of the frills that we've now seen on the five-door, maybe revise like the infotainment system. I would love to have that larger infotainment system in here. I would love to have the new off-roading modes that the five-door gets in the three-door. You know, that would all really make a big difference to what the three-door would then offer. And it would be great to get, you know, two sizes of the same vehicle that are catering to two very separate enthusiast sort of markets. While that is more, you know, it's got a wider audience, you've got the two-wheel drives, you've got the automatics, while this does too. That with its additional doors is obviously more family oriented, and you know, yet I would like to see the interiors on this spruced up. I would like to see getting the rear cup holders as standard and not just an accessory at dealerships. So a lot of those changes is something that I feel that Mahindra can do. They don't need to tweak the engine. I think at 130 PS in the 3-door version is absolutely fine. You get oodles of torque on the diesel, and it just powers through just about anything. And it also keeps the mileage going really great. So I would actually see just those interior changes. From a design standpoint, yes, the front can change and get more of a 5-door look going for itself. But at the same time, the things I wouldn't change are having the Thar written over here. I think it gives it a personality of its own. And of course, those little Thar inserts on the tires, because that's again something that I really like and adore about my 3-door in terms of the look and the appeal. Everything reminds you about what you're in, and that should continue. But on a closing note, I think when we're talking about change, we're talking about two vehicles that again cater to the enthusiast. There's something that really, it's a trigger. I think Thar is just a trigger. Everybody stops to see it on the road. Everybody gathers around it, crowds around it. There are a few vehicles out there in the market that actually have this kind of appeal, and the Thar is one of them. And I think by having both in their portfolio, Mahindra will actually stand to gain a lot more than actually stopping the 3-door. Now, what their plans are, we will eventually find out. But my take on it is that they're two very different vehicles catering to very different segments in the market, and the 3-door will soldier on, and it is something that I look forward to seeing in the market and evolving as its own sub-brand of the Thar now, and going great places. If you have any comments on this, if you've got your insight that you want to share, please leave a comment behind. It's my promise and the MotorScribes promise that we answer every comment that comes in on our channel, and I would love to hear what you have to say about the 3-door and what should its future be in the market.